أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all. Welcome to the Islam Channel Business Awards 2022. We're here at the Hilton London Metropole Hotel and we are broadcasting live right now around the world on Islam Channel English, on Islam Channel Urdu, Islam Channel Bangla, on the Islam Channel website and the terrific Islam Channel app. Welcome to you all, whether you're in the room with us this evening, whether you're watching around the world at home or in the workplace, or whether you're watching on demand at a later date when this is being repeated. I'm your host, Asad Ahmed. It's my great pleasure to be with you again here this evening. Since we were last here in 2019, would you believe, 3 years ago, what a 3 years we've had. In that time, of course, we've had the COVID pandemic. We've had lockdowns, we've had to wear face masks, we've had to socially distance. We've not been able to make visits to other people, to travel, whether for business or for pleasure. On a domestic level, we also have now a new monarch, King Charles III. And since the last time that I stood here in 2019, we've had 4 prime ministers. Now, just so everyone's across this, the latest Prime Minister is, and I checked just before I came up, Rishi Sunak Prime Minister. But if you are watching this on demand, or if you're watching a repeat of this in the days and weeks to come, please check that that's still the case. But alhamdulillah, we are here this evening to celebrate business. Not only the finalists that we were due to celebrate back in 2020, but also business in several new categories. But before we start tonight's event properly, I'd just like for us to take a moment to give thanks for the fact that we are actually here. I mentioned COVID before, and there are so many people who didn't make it through the COVID pandemic. I'm sure most people in this room know someone or had loved ones who are lost during the pandemic. We are the lucky ones to be here this evening, which is why I'd like us, as usual, to begin with a recitation from the Holy Quran, but I think tonight it has that little bit more poignancy. So to do this, please welcome Uzair Abdus Samad, and it will be translated by Dr. Musharraf Hussain.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون. وإذا رأوا تجارة أو لهوا انفضوا إليها وتركوك قائما قل ما عند الله خير من اللهو ومن التجارة والله خير الرازقين. صدق الله العظيم. جزاكم الله خيرا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm actually just wondering, what am I going to translate? It's already been translated. However, this is the beauty of our modern digital age. It's making people redundant. Automation, I think something which you business people love to see. But still, I'm going to present my translation from my majestic Quran. I begin with the name of Allah, the kind, the caring. Believers, on Friday, when you are called to the prayer, come hurriedly to the Allah's remembrance and stop all work. That is good for you if you knew. When the prayer is completed, disperse, seeking Allah's grace in the city, and remember Allah all the time so that you may be successful. And remember that time when they saw the trade caravan, when they saw the bargain opportunities and entertainment opportunities, and they rushed towards them and left you standing in the mosque. Tell them, what Allah has is far better than the entertainment and the bargain. Allah is the best provider. Let me give a bit of context to this beautiful 3 verses of Surah Al-Jumu'ah. Surah Al-Jumu'ah is really inviting us to pray Jumu'ah. But what does it begin with? It begins with books, about having books, but not understanding them. And the Quran challenges, what is the point of having books if you don't understand? So what is the point of going to the mosque on Jummah when you don't learn a lesson from the sermon, from the teacher? And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is really inviting us to make this our weekly opportunity of learning. And mashallah, as business leaders, you all know very well that I can never progress if I don't continue to learn and learn. So learning about your deen, about your akhlaq, about your social responsibilities, and most of all, about your spiritual ideals and your spiritual connection with the Lord is really fundamental for our success. And then something else. You know, Allah calls the business people what? He calls them Ashabul Fadl. People of Fadl. Of course, the ulama are also called people of Fadl. So I hope you can see that equity. You have this amazing status in the Quran of being Ashabul Fadl, people of grace, of kindness towards others. In other words, Allah acknowledges you have an amazing contribution to make to society. You know? But however, once you've done your work, then Allah says, go back to the city and do your work. But remember one point, Wallahu khayrul raziqeen. Allah is the best sustainer, the best provider. And I just want to acknowledge the amazing work of Islam Channel and particularly Brother Muhammad Ali, the great, wonderful, enterprising, successful businessman, as well as for me, he's a great da'i of Islam, one who invites people to the way of Allah, of truth and justice. May Allah give him health and longevity, and all of you success. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Jazakallah khair for the recitation of the Holy Quran, followed by that translation. Now, the Islam Channel is delighted that the Business Awards are back in 2022. This evening, we're going to celebrate entrepreneurial talent. We're going to celebrate Muslims in a wide range of businesses. And you'll also see industry role models created this very evening. These people will be the ones who in the future, not too distant future, will be creating new jobs. They'll be creating wealth. They'll also be strengthening Britain's reputation both at home and abroad. I mentioned earlier the COVID pandemic. Well, the Islam Channel team throughout that pandemic have been working extremely hard, as I'm sure you'll know if you tuned into the Islam Channel during the past 3 years. But so have the judges who are responsible for the shortlist that we're seeing this evening and the winners themselves. I'm going to introduce you now to a video of the judging process and how busy they've been.
The Business Awards gives us an opportunity to bring into light that great work being done by businessmen at different levels. So we've got big businesses doing great work in their own field. We've got the middle businessmen who have set up over the years, who are progressing, and we have got more young, dynamic businesses coming up.
The process of the nomination is very simple. All the judges have a relevant experience to judge the people they're looking at and the people in the list. There are 3 categories we're judging them under, and of course the most important one and the main one that I'm looking for is the differentiation. How do they differentiate themselves amongst the peers? It's very interesting to see that people from our community come from all different aspects, of course, all different businesses. A lot of our people come from different backgrounds.
Because it focuses on not only the Muslim maybe companies or services, but everybody who can participate in the economy of this country.
You should always apply, because even the process in itself is such a great learning process. I know people who've entered competitions year in, year out, and after 5 years or 10 years, they've used the feedback from the competitions as a way of improving their business.
Exposure to Muslim businesses is absolutely paramount. It's key for the success of that business. We have so much to offer as a Muslim community, and I think this platform is absolutely the only major platform for Muslim businesses to showcase talent and what they're doing.
We're friendly judges. It's not Dragon's Den. It's, we're really energized by the shortlisted companies. It's a very high standard to make it into today's session.
I can see so far this year, it's definitely bigger and better.
Now, we've seen a bit about the judges. Now, what about the Islam channel itself? It's built a reputation over the years, without doubt, to be on the side of Muslims, whether they be in the UK or around the world. The channel has entertained, the channel has informed, and let's not forget that the channel has raised millions upon millions of pounds for charity to help those in need and to help the destitute. Well, as part of the channel's commitment to social campaigns, tonight it's launching a new campaign. It's called 100 Grains. It's a campaign to place charity at the heart of every business and to ensure that Muslim businesses are leading the way in corporate responsibility. Now, the Islam channel is asking every single one of you, whether you're watching this on TV or whether you're in the room today, to get involved with this. There are 6 charity partners taking part in the campaign. They are Action for Humanity, Islamic Relief, Muslim Hands, Orphans in Need, SKT Welfare, and the UK Islamic Mission. Over the coming weeks, they're going to be telling everybody how they can get involved. And we know that charity helps those who are in need, but don't forget it also helps businesses and it enhances a brand's reputation. To hear more about the 100 Grains and why you should get involved, have a look at this video.
Tonight, at the Islam Channel Business Awards, we're launching a very special campaign. 100 Grains. Together with our charity partners, Action for Humanity, Islamic Relief, Muslim Hands, Orphans in Need, SKT Welfare, and UK Islamic Mission, we aim to put charity at the heart of every business. We believe that Muslim businesses could and should be leading the way in corporate giving and social responsibility. Together, we can make that happen. We're calling on every one of you here tonight to join our 100 Grains campaign and help us to make a difference.
And that's the 100 Grains campaign, which we hope all of you will get involved with in one way or another. And that all starts this evening. Now, I mentioned the Islam Channel, how it informs, how it entertains. It's been going since 2004. Let's see a bit now of the Islam Channel and how it's made an impact on so many lives.
Muslims, we are, by definition, hard-working people.
There is no correlation between Islam and terrorism.
Thank you very much for being here. I'm absolutely delighted. It's one of the most important events going on in Britain at the moment.
Brings together not just the audience across the country.
I want to say that it took my father a lifetime to become a Muslim.
Dear brothers and sisters, it is my deepest pleasure to be with you today.
Thank you very much for this amazing, unexpected and very beautiful award.
Absolute honor and a pleasure to be here today.
Assalamu alaikum!
Today is a remarkable and successful event.
أشهد أن محمد رسول الله.
Islam Channel viewers, Muslim Hands donors in the UK and around the world have raised in this television appeal alone which over £2 million.
I am quite sure Russia is not going to accept defeat.
Can I begin by saying what an amazing sight it is to be standing here.
I'm most humbled to have been entrusted to speak here tonight.
A test from Almighty Allah.
Had somebody told me at the height of my career that one day I will be standing in front of you.
ইসলাম চ্যানেল বাংলার যাত্রা শুরু হলো। পরিবারকে সাথে নিয়ে উপভোগ্য সব অনুষ্ঠান দেখার জন্য আমাদের সাথেই থাকুন।
So we have some unfinished business to do because the unemployment gap.
Everything that was related to the entertainment industry, to music and hip hop and, just all of that stuff.
Doris and me getting this part really go hand in hand, and I'm so excited to share her,
Yeah, I was like, oh, I want to try this out, and I did some sparring, and then I remember just everyone getting shocked.
Let's enjoy this happy day. Eid Mubarak.
That's just a snapshot of a few of the landmarks that the Islam Channel has managed to achieve in 18 short years. It's some journey, and inshallah that journey will continue. Now, I think this is a good moment after watching that to just hold on the awards just for a moment, because what I'd like to do is invite the man whose idea the Islam Channel